Welcome back, everyone, to Game 2 between Team View and Team New Life. So, just a quick update. We're going to be calling Team XSH Team New Life for just for convenience sake. So New Life is going to be their new team name, I guess. But either way, we're going to be going to Game 2. In Game 1, we saw Team View take apart New Life. Wow, I'm still not used to saying that name. But we saw them take down New Life in a pretty calculated manner.
Wait. So XSH means New Life and not No Life.
No, it means New Life. Yes, it doesn't mean No Life.
My bad. I thought it was No Life. So Team New Life versus Team View right now. So Team New Life will be at the blue team compared, and Team View will be on the red side. So the first game we saw Team New Life kind of trying to play the split push style instead of trying to go for the team fight when they are more of a team fight oriented team. So now we've seen here. We want to see how Team New Life adapt to either they switch that team comp over to a split push team comp, or will they actually change their playstyle to fit the team fight team comp they actually drafted earlier in the game.
Alright, so we will be heading into Champions Select once again. We're going to be seeing how the pick ban can go. Actually, wait, no. We're going to be not just yet actually. So let's just discuss a bit more about what happened in the previous game and what Team New Life can do to prevent that from happening again. We saw the Shen and the Caitlyn combo was just way too devastating in the late game fights. And Lustrous, man, with those hooks and Soup with those charms, they were just really on point. What do you think New Life should do in the next game for them to be able to get an edge?
I kind of mentioned in the previous game that I believe that what went wrong was actually the Tamkench pick, because the Tamkench pick didn't manage to do what it's supposed to do. So right now, I want to see whether Tori is able to kind of find a support champion that is able to do what he wants to do in lane, give the pressure in lane so that they are able to win the bottom lane, because what happened just now was the Tamkench didn't pop off. So right now, I believe maybe they can prioritize the Bard or the Thresh champions which have very potent in the lane, but instead Team New Life in the blue side, first ban is the Thresh.
Yeah, that's gonna be the Thresh banned out by New Life, that they really did not like playing against that champion last game. Just letting hook after hook after hook, and there goes the Shen as well.
So Thresh and Shen banned out by New Life. Lee Sin and Ashe, same two bans coming in by Team View. So what does it tell you here, really? Because I think that this Ashe shouldn't really be a priority ban, but instead Ashe is being banned out. What I believe should be the priority ban should be Caitlyn. Caitlyn is a very strong champion right now.
Yes, and Caitlyn actually couldn't be the Fiora banned out against Coconut. Do not want her to play that, so do want him to play that rather. So we're gonna be seeing what the last ban is. Yeah, it's gonna be the Zac. I mean,
yeah,
really
Zac has to be banned, right? But this Fiora will be coming in now. Caitlyn now brings first picture by Team New Life. So I kind of mentioned earlier now that Caitlyn right now is a priority ban, right? To my opinion, if you don't ban it, you have to pick it. So Team New Life didn't ban it; they picked the Caitlyn first. So this Caitlyn pick coming through. What will Team New Life, or what will Team View, be picking in the first two rotation? What are your thoughts?
It's probably going to be, I mean, it's one of the remaining carries, ADCs rather. This Jin's going to be locked in. It's going to be, I think it's the first one that we've seen today, is it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, it is the first one. And we're going to be seeing what Rambutan will be picking for his team here. I
believe we should go for the support as well.
I agree.
Maybe we're going to see a Blitzcrank right here. We're going to see another Lustrous being a Nango again.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see that, man. Pull out the hook champions. The hooker joke isn't really appropriate in this case, but it's going to be the Syndra, very strong mid laner here. Not too sure if I would pick it blind, but they do it either way, and Soup will have to play the Syndra really well because he's picking it blind. He doesn't know what he's going to be playing it into, so you will have to play into whatever New Life will throw at him. Meanwhile, we see Gragas being hovered by New Life.
I think this Gragas is going to be locked in by Jichu, and he shall be bringing it to the jungle because I believe that they want to leave the top lane for a flex split push time, because with a Caitlyn, you can definitely play a split push comp better compared to the Tristana, because Caitlyn has a better wave clear than Tristana in my opinion. So now you see Ahri now gonna be in the hover. I believe he's gonna be locked in. So Ahri against Syndra, a very decent matchup. But no, we're gonna see Anivia. No, Ahri is now locked in. Yes, but yeah. So Ahri against Syndra, very decent matchup. Once Ahri reaches 6, it might be a bit difficult to burst her down. But Ahri will be able to have a lot of pressure on the Syndra if the Syndra does not take cleanse.
And yeah, New Life just putting us for a loop right there, just rotating around different mid laners. But we're gonna see Braum locked in for Lustrious here.
Yes.
Braum and Jin kind of work well together. You can land the Braum Q into the Jin Deadly Flourish, which can really result in which can really gain an advantage for yourself. But in the meantime, we're going to be heading into the second ban phase. Tahm Kench going to be the first ban over by View.
Okay, I don't really like this Tahm Kench ban because I believe, yes, that's the ban I wanted to see. But ban because I kind of mentioned that Tori needs to find a champion that has a lot of pressure in the lane, something like a Bart or the Thresh. And since Thresh is banned, I thought Bart would be the best champion for him. So banning of Bart was the best option, in my opinion. Whereas Tahm Kench, I don't think he did it very well in the Tahm Kench, so I don't think that it should be a ban support. But on the other side, you see Team New Life banning out the Elise and banning out the Renekton, knowing that the jungle and the top lane is not picked yet.
And our Camille is being hovered here. We have not seen her yet today, so it's going to be a new pick for today. So I think this might be a picked up because, as we mentioned at the very start of the day, Camille, we are starting to see a little bit of a resurgence. So this is probably going to be better. Oh, it's actually not. It's going to be changed up for Poppy. Throwing us for a loop again. Coconut then.
Well, will we see the Poppy in the top lane or in the jungle?
Oh right, Poppy jungle is a thing now, but I still feel that Poppy top lane is maybe a better matchup. Maybe I'm not sure if whether they are trying to see whether they can pop it into Gragas, if Gragas is top lane, but from the looks of it, it isn't going to be. So the Kled is being hovered here, and it's going to be locked in for Dokodo.
Yes,
Kled, first time today.
Kled has a stronger lane pressure than Poppy, so I see now that Team New Life is really more focusing on the lane because a lot of lane dominant champion. We see the Ahri quite lane dominant, killing quite lane dominant, and now it's the Blitzcrank hovered by Tori. Another playmaking champion. We rather see him play a playmaking champion like Bart or Trash. So now Blitzcrank being hovered now. Definitely want to see it being locked in right here. And boom, locked in Blitzcrank.
Gonna be
locked We're gonna see something flying in.
Yes, Blitzcrank gonna be locked in for New Life. This is going. Yeah, we're going to see how well he can put his hooks. Will he be as effective as last week in the last game? And now, we'll say Warwick can be hovered. Nuno. We're going to see the Nuno again here. Ice Destiny brought it out so many times just now, and now it's
oh man! I thought we were going to see Van Bunsan playing the Ice Destiny special right there. And now we can see it here. We see the team come around here. Top lane, Poppy versus the Kled, Gragas versus the Kha'Zix, Ahri and Syndra, and then the bottom lane of Killian and Blitzcrank versus the Jhin and the Braum. What do you think will be the lane to focus on right here?
Can you repeat that?
What do you think will be the lane where each team has to focus on?
Personally, for me, I think that the bottom lane is very explosive because if you see on the side of New Life, they've got a Killian and the Blitzcrank, and mainly it's focusing on the Blitzcrank here. If you see the ABC on the side of Team View, Jhin and Braum are both very immobile. Yes, Braum has that little stand behind Braum thing, but if the Blitz, but without any allies to jump to, the Braum is also pretty stationary. If Blitzcrank, and this is going to be letting the Blitzcrank has free reign if they are able to, if Yugure is able to go for those hooks, and I would like to see Jichu on those Gragas makes his way over to the bottom lane as well. If Blitzcrank is able to get a hook with Jichu there as well, I feel that it's almost a secured kill because there's no Tahm Kench here, there's no like Soraka here to heal anybody. So I really, to me at least, the bottom lane is where I'm foreseeing a lot of action to happen.
Definitely, but I think the things we focus on here right here, there's got to be the mid lane. Ahri doesn't take cleanse. Syndra, I really can't say a summon spell, but I believe she didn't take cleanse well. So this lane is very explosive. Who can land the CC first will be the lane to focus on because I believe Kha'Zix does a lot of damage, Syndra does a lot of damage, and on the other side, Gragas does a lot of damage in the early mid game as well as the Ahri. So if both these mid laners manage to land the crowd control skill, it will lead to a kill definitely. And I'm to see this game going a bit more explosive than the first game because the first game was really just more of a fun fest until around 11-12 minutes where they actually kind of get the first kill onto at the mid lane, and then the bottom lane kind of get one extra kill as well.
And so we're gonna be in this game. I want to ask you this game here. I posed to you this question last game. I want to pose you this question again. Which side do you think has the simpler win condition, and what do you think the win conditions on both sides? Because I feel that they are playing kind of a different comp compared to last game.
The win condition right here, I believe the team with the simpler win condition we got to be the team New Life right here, because they have the Kled, they have the Gregors, they have the Blitzcrank. What do you do when you need to force a fight? Press R on the Kled, run it down mid.
Oh yeah, man.
Exactly. So Kled here has a vital role of flanking properly. Gregors can Kled might not be the flanker, but Kled can either be the one that run it down mid, followed by a Gregors flank. Even the Blitzcrank flank is fine as well, because you see that has a lot of potential to engage. They have the Ari, they have the Blitzcrank, they have the Gregors, they have the Kled as well. So much engage potential. Whereas on the side of team View, their team comp is very to disengage at the start and re-engage again. So if they are unable to engage at the start, Team New Life will definitely get the advantage.
And we're gonna have to see which of these teams will be able to have the better early game here. We can see, and the junglers especially on very different champions. So Gragas, the tank, and able to soak up the damage even well on the side of Rambutan. He's playing Kha'Zix, which is effectively the third carry of the team. So we're gonna really have to see whether Rambutan who is able to have the most impact in the early game here. As you mentioned in the mid lane, whether Gragas, whether G2 rather, or Rambutan is able to affect the mid lane more, or whether they will look to affect the other lanes. Because I feel that the Kled Poppy lane might also be a point of contention here, even though it's not as highly prioritized.
Okay, so right now, Valuable Kid Summoner streaming very, very soon. So let's go run through of the team right here. On the we'll go first on the blue side.
Alright, on the blue side, it is going to be Team New Life. That's going to be Lokodo in the top lane, Jichu in the jungle, Chinese characters for Hao Xiang Nio, aka Really Missing You on the mid lane, Tiffany on AD carry, and Yogure no Tori on support.
And on the red side, we have Team View. On top lane, we have Coconut. Jungle, we have Rambutan, mid lane Swoop, and the bottom lane of Watermelon, as well as Lastalus.
Good. So we're going to be heading to game relatively soon here. We just have to sort out a few more things. Let's talk about the... let's talk about the final, because the final, whoever wins this game move on to the main Sovereign. Do you feel that any of these teams have the ability to be able to go against this powerhouse that is Sovereign?
Definitely. We see both these teams are actually very kind of... They have an understanding of how to play the game. So these two teams definitely are contenders for the finals. But whether they will be able to kind of play that game plan against the Team Sovereign is another question. So I was kind of really considering when I saw the Poppy pick against the Gragas. Does the Poppy W block a flash body slam by the Gragas?
Alright, so we're going to be jumping into game right here. Both teams are on the rift. It looks like both teams are grouped together here. New Life is on the top side.
Yeah,
and View is on the bottom side here. Looks like both teams want to go for a certain invades, or maybe even meet each other for a level 1 fight, but it looks like
we wanted to see a clown fest right here, but they didn't manage to find each other at the proper jungle. So as I was kind of asking you just now, asking you a question, does the Poppy W block a Gragas body slam flash? Have you actually seen it before? Because I've never really seen it before. I'm not really sure how the interaction works. But I'm quite curious, because if the Poppy just stands in front of the team all the time and the Gragas has to body slam flash and the Poppy onto the W.
I feel that I'm not sure if this is correct, but I feel that if the Gragas body slam and then flashes onto the Poppy W, you know Poppy W, when someone tries to go for a dash, he knocks them up a little bit. So I feel that if Gragas tries to go for the body slam flash, yes, the flash will go into the Poppy W, but then he will immediately get knocked up. So even if he's trying to go for a body slam flash into an ultimate, maybe that little knock up.
There'll be a small amount of delay, right?
Yes.
So I feel that this Poppy pick here is very good for Team View, because in a team fight, let's say for example, Gragas wants to force a fight, and you can see actually environment, there's a small engage right here.
Lastalus takes so much damage just because one hook, even with the Unbreakable. Coconut and Lokodo are just going head to head in top lane as well. Both of them are really chunking each other out just a fair bit here. So 3 minutes into the game, no no real cheesy ganks coming out from either junglers, so things are still pretty standard looking.
Yes, bottom lane actually quite even here right here. A bit pushed towards a team view. And see both junglers are actually not at the top side. I might see them coming for the top gang pretty soon. And really, I'm not really sure what is gonna happen here because it's really unexpected because if the Braum is able to land a proper fight, land a proper frostbite onto the enemy bottom lane, it might really land a stun and the Kha'Zix might come for a gang. But if the Gragas manage, if the Blitzcrank manage to pull, and here comes another pull.
Last gets hooked in here and he's going to be taking a lot of damage here. He gets hooked in onto the trap as well. So Last is going to be taking a lot of damage. And yeah, Coconut in the top lane is going on against Dokudo. But Dokudo taking a lot of damage in return here, so he will get dismounted as well. Coconut forced to use the health potion. Dokudo has already used his actually.
Yes, now look at the top side. Kha'Zix is roaming at the top side. Gragas is also hovering around. Kha'Zix doesn't know that Gragas is nearby, and look at that.
Oh, he gets flash forward by Dokudo. Dokudo is in so much trouble here, but Rambutan is actually on a so low here. Dokudo might get a kill onto the puppy, and it's going to be first blood going over to Dokudo. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Tiffany's one more pro from being stunned here, but he will be able to get away from the fourth shot of Watermelon. But good play coming out from Team New Life.
Coconut thought that Rambutan will be able to come on time, so he flashed forward and knocked Dokudo backwards. But what he didn't know was Gragas was nearby. So Gragas actually chunked out Rambutan so low, and Rambutan had to flash out of the fight. And because of that, you see at the bottom right here, another fight coming in.
So Lustrous actually gets hooked in again, and he's going to be taking a lot of punishment by Tiffany and Yugure. But now Yugure is out of mana, so he will not be able to hook anymore. And
Lustrous is out of pots.
We'll be pretty aware of that.
Yes, so I was kind of talking about earlier, so Coconut actually thought Rambutan could come on time, but Rambutan had to flash out because Gragas chunked in too low. So Coconut with no flash, and Dokudo managed to mount again on his rider. That was the end of Coconut there, because he didn't expect the Gragas to be there. So that was a very good play there by Team New Life, because they were aware that Team View didn't have information of where the jungle was, and they played around it very smoothly.
So New Life just putting their mark on this game already. One kill up, even though it's not that much. This Kled pick is going to be able to snowball pretty well, because the Kled is a pretty snowbally champion in the mid game. He's able to do a lot of damage, and with the charge, able to flank out certain members as well. So things are still pretty standard here. Things are still setting out to be pretty standard here. We're seeing the CS. Yes, the Kled has a pretty decent lead against the Poppy. But apart from that, the rest of the team, G2 is one of them to be exhausted here, or G2 Industrial is going to use the standing semi onto a minion to run away. No kills, and then nothing coming out. Dokudo on the brawl with Coconut again. He's going to be dismounted, and now Coconut will have to run away here. Dokudo getting the better of the trade.
Yes, and look at mid lane as well. Syndra kind of getting some chip there onto the Ahri, but look at the bottom side. I believe there's going to be a fight coming in very soon.
Oh, in the top lane, Coconut, it looks like a good body stem flash. No, explosive card's going to be bringing it back into. Well, Dokudo going to have this might be mounted. Dokudo going to charge. And did the Poppy W stop the charge? I don't think it did, right?
It didn't stop, but the damage after that was unable to kind of do enough damage onto Coconut, so Coconut managed to live after that. But we didn't really see how the Blitzcrank, the Braum flew over. I think it was a successful hook there by Yugure Tori. So yeah, we want to see this coming from Tori, because in the first game, Tori played Tam Kench and was unable to make the plays. Now with the Blitzcrank, he's trying to force a lot of problem into the bottom side, and Lustrous is unable to kind of survive because she's getting cooked over and over again.
And now that you mentioned about Yugure on this Blitzcrank, it's not just the bottom lane of View that does not have those gap closes or dashes. You look at the entire lineup of View, only Kha'Zix has a jump. The rest of the members of View does not have any form of dash or gap closer. So this Blitzcrank really has this free reign. As long as he hits those hooks, it's so difficult for any member except for Rambutan to dodge that hook.
Yes, exactly. And I want to see Yugure move over to the other lanes and get his hook coming, because we've seen him in laning phase. He's landing his hook one by one. This is what we want to see from him, making the plays, because his Tom Ken was very, very quiet.
Alright, so it looks like G2 is approaching the bottom lane here, and View do not look like they are aware of it. They do have a ward outside of the bush, but right now G2 is still inside the bush. Tiffany looks like it's going to be being the bait here, while both Yugure and G2 are positioned here. Still going to be taking a little bit of damage, but nothing lost, nothing gained. So lanes are still pretty much. So the game is still hasn't exploded just yet. Yes, New Life does have the 2 kills already, and they have a pretty decently. Ho comes in and it lands onto Watermelon, but Lustrous comes in with a stand behind Brom. Tiffany is going to be a Ruda. The heal comes down, and G2 is going to be coming, and so is Dokoro with a teleport. Watermelon is going to be the target, and Watermelon will be going down to Tiffany. And now they're all alone, and Lustrous is now knocked back and goes down. Dokoro gets the kill, 4-0 in favor of New Life.
Oh, Soup had to flash out of there, not get collapsed on by the Ari. So here really New Life playing the early game way better than the previous game, and this might be like bottom chart gonna fall down to Team New Life. And you see some chip damage coming onto the bottom chart. It's not gonna be most like chip damage, it's gonna be the chart falling down, I'm pretty sure, very soon. Coconut at the top side trying to get as much damage onto the chart as he can, but that won't be enough. Bottom chart falls down first, and you're gonna see most likely the bottom side of Team New Life going over to the top side.
So first turret goes down for New Life here, and now we see Ari trying to get a kill on the Coconut, but Coconut is already relatively tanky here and uses the W because he would. Oh, good ultimate coming out from Coconut to knock Ari away from that. But Rambuchan, I don't think you can do this, my friend. You're gonna. Please do not. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rambutan was about to die there, but luckily he decided to back off. What was that, Rambutan? You want to get killed by a creep? And here's a charger by the mid.
Very good. He's gonna miss, but it's going to be nice get away from Super. Going to be pushing both Dokoro and Yukore away from him. But now Lustrous is caught in the middle of 3 people, and he will be going down. Good backtrap on the road, push it back, and Dokoro is now on a killing spree.
I'm gonna stop here right now because I believe we're gonna have a pause for a technical break, so we'll be back right after.
Alright, so we're back into the game here. We faced a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are now back in this time. New Life was able to get their second turret, and now it's going to be ballooning their goal to 3.2 thousand, 5 kills to 0, 2 turrets to 0. This is a completely different New Life from the first game.
Yes, and all this is coming about from here.
Oh Jesus, Swoop just gets absolutely blown to pieces here, while Yugure looking for the hook. Last is going to be put up there, stand behind me, and it's going to protect Watermelon from being cooked. But New Life, what a New Life feels like they have gotten a new life, literally.
Yes, they have found a new life. They turned over a new leaf, found a new life, found a new motive to get on with it. And it all comes about from what I say, this support finding his pathing, because this Blitzcrank is working wonders compared to the time cash he take in the first game.
As in Yugure has now shown his prime on Blitzcrank here, and they are now onto the top turret. Lustrous trying our best to defend the turret from going down. Tiffany is doing so much damage. Lustrous already down to half health. And Yugure and Tiffany, go on to Lustrous, but Lustrous stand behind me. Tiffany, you gonna get killed. And Rambutan is here. Glacial Fisher is gonna come out here. Meanwhile, Coconut has found 2, Jichu as well as the Ari, but he's gonna get charmed up. Curtain Call's gonna be coming up here. So Koda is now on the good knockback onto the Coconut's gonna be taking the ace in the hole, and not so only 1 kill goes over to View.
But from that 1 kill, the Tiffany had to burn his slash, so I think that was a good advantage here for Team View. But what can Team View get off of it? Maybe will they be able to get a top tier turret? I believe they will be able to get some chip damage, but it's not gonna fall down. So Team View just get a kill to kind of close the gap, but they kind of get any objective out of it.
Yeah, so they only got 1 kill, so the perfect game is ruined, man. So, but apart from that, 1 kill isn't really going to be changing much at this point in the game. So we're going to be seeing, it looks like Coconut got caught a little bit there, so you're going to chasing after the Poppy with the hook ready, but won't be able to get her. She has the movement speed buff, and it looks like New Life rather, they are positioning on the top lane. They really want the top lane out of turret.
Yes, the last outer turret remaining. So this top lane turret is going to fall down very soon. New Life has really changed their play style, because what I mentioned earlier in the at the end of the last game was they were not playing the team game properly. They were playing split push comp, and they're not even a split push. They are now forcing fights just by sticking together as a group, and that is what they should have done in the previous game, but they did not. So this game they are showing that they are able to play that kind of team comp, and look at them now moving over to the mid side to get chipped there onto the mid tier 2 turret, but they didn't know that they are spotted out by a ward. So I believe there's going to be a collapse here right here, and no.
Last is coming, but Last is going to run into 3 people here. Look at the coming rooted up. The hook doesn't come in. He gets the hook onto Rambutan and he goes down. Gichu, the charge comes in. Last is special away, but he's going to watermelon's like a watermelon. Going to be busted down and killed. Soup is now in a 1v1 against the Ari, and he's going to be good flash. And Raisin Hall is going to take him down. Double kill for the Kled. It's only Last and Coconut remaining. This will be the mid lane tier 2 turret for New Life.
And they someone with her as well, so they might actually go up all the way for them tier 1 turret as well. So yes, they might go for the tier 1 turret. So the inhibitor might be open in 14 minutes. What are we watching right here, guys?
They have the Repair and Max at full health. There's going to be so much damage going on to the inhibitor turret. They have got to the inhibitor turret, then they are staying for even more. Soup has just came up here, and Christopher is going to come out here and the overstate here. There's so much message going out to coming in from Coconut, and it's going to be the fight. Tiffany gets lustrous, but it's going to be a kill coming in return here. Rambutan onto Dokudo, but Tari flashes forward trying to get a kill on Rambutan. Rambutan flashes on the way. Watermelon's going to target, but it's going to be the inhibitor going down instead. 2 kills in favor of 2 kills to 1 in favor of New Life, and they get away
with the inhibitor as well, and that is what is important here. 15 minutes into the game, the inhibitor has already fallen down. New Life has really upped the game,
and that was I thought that New Life has overstayed in the base just now, because I saw the Facial Feature come out. That was so good coming out from Lustrous, and I really thought that with that they overstay, Vio will be able to come into the game, but New Life just played that so well. They kind of backed the fight so well, and full props to Dokudo in that fight. He was able to get so much done.
Yes, but what happened was Syndra actually ulted Dokudo, but Dokudo dismounted, so all the extra ball damage was actually never ever to reach the Claire. Yeah, and that was kind of wasted, because the damage could have been used to burst down the Kaden or even the Miscreant who was low, but no, he used it on the Kled, and the Kled just lived on.
And now with the inhibitor down, 11 kills to 2, almost a 7,000 gold lead now at 16 minutes. This is a complete opposite compared to what we've seen in game 1 here. New Life, they are just one more step from winning.
Yeah, and Baron's not even up, so they can't really. Baron's not up, so they can't really force a Baron dance. So they just gonna play safe, go for the bottom tier turret, because Dragon is gonna come up pretty soon.
Dokudo is going to be keeping Coconut entertained in the top lane here while he continues on his split push, as the rest of New Life will be trying to push on in the bottom lane here. The team View are not ready for it. They are still so scared. Soup is still in the mid lane trying to defend the base against Super Minions, and this is going to be the bottom lane tier 2 going cleanly over to New Life.
And Laslas getting caught again.
And that's going to be her going down. Jichu gets the kill credit, and that's when the tier goes down as well.
And I'm not really sure what am I saying, but Watermelon is actually a level up against Tiffany, even though New Life has been the dominating one. So really a lot of ASP here has been going over to Watermelon. Laslas not really being able to get the ASP here, getting caught out quite often. She's 1, 5, and 1.
And because of this, Inferno Drake will be going over to New Life as well, and this is just going to further push their lead with the extra percentage of AP and AD.
Yeah,
now,
this is
all they have to do now, they're likely just going to waiting for the Baron, or they can rotate up to the top lane and get this top lane in a turret down as well.
This is just tragic here for Team VU because they're gonna lose this, I think, here slowly one by one, and they are unable to catch the Kled. And look at Kled here, they're doing so much damage onto this.
Oh, that miss on the ultimate. I mean, the Dokudo might be going down here, but hang on, Dokudo is actually got stun here. It's gonna go down here. Look at Peter Peter goes in, and it's gonna be so much damage going back and forth, but it's not. No one has gone down yet. Coconut is recalling as well as Lustrous. They do not get any kills, but they are able to defend the top lane in a turret.
And Baron will be up in 1 minute and 40 seconds here, so I believe Team New Life will try to look down that top in the turret. And once they are able to do that, they're going to set out the vision onto the Baron pit. And if they can force it, if they can get a few catch off, they might actually try to rush the Baron down 20 minutes in the game.
And with this winning wave, New Life will be getting this top lane in a turret. And with this, they have taken down every single turret that's on the map and not in. A bit good charm lands onto Rambutan, but then behind Brom is there to protect him.
Yeah, so
Baron's gonna be up in a minute or so. Wow, this is so refreshing to see New Life playing like this.
I didn't expect this coming from this game, and New Life really did surprise me. So as I mentioned, these two teams are really of equal standards right here. And look at how New Life is played. They are playing like how Team View played the previous game, but in a much faster tempo. Pre-20 minutes, you already see a 9k goal lead for Team New Life. Not even Baron is taken yet, and it's already a 9,000 goal lead.
It's a 9,000 goal lead before 20 minutes. This is a huge amount of gold, a huge wall for View to overcome if they want to even have a chance of winning this. Hooked onto Lustrous. Lustrous is actually, I think it's going to be okay because he is the tag. He's taking on but then Court's going to be opened up. Yogure is going to be the target here, but there's no targets for Watermelon to really hit. The last shot barely does any damage even.
And look at Coconut trying to get some damage onto Kled, but Kled just quite tanky right now at the moment. And really, what is that to do? Because Kled can just push against the Poppy. Poppy's unable to take care of the Kled, because Kled really just doesn't have to boil on Poppy and just wreck the turret.
And now Baron's up. If New Life is able to get this top inhibitor turret down, they are almost most definitely going to be heading over to the Baron here. The mid lane inhibitor does respond here. Teleport coming in for both top laners. Oh! Got the flash out in time, but lots of target. Lots in the middle of everybody. And Dokodo with the charge trying to go forward here. No kills have happened just yet, but it looks like New Life are just trying to focus on the turret here. Very low health bars on the side of View, so they will likely be unable to defend this, but there are no minions for New Life. They're going to wait for this minion wave to come in, and this top lane inhibitor will most likely be theirs.
And this all the time, would like that fall down, and again, Watermelon!
Coconut gets good coming out of the vision, and Rambutan actually jumps in onto both carries of New Life, but Tiffany, look at all the damage coming out of it. So they can take down Caitlyn, but he goes down for it. The Kha'Zix goes down as well. Coconut and Watermelon, they're trying to clean up the fight. G2 now gets the target. Coconut gets the kill to take down.
Oh, what a snipe!
Watermelon gets the kill. Coconut the target. He will go down as well. 4 kills going over to View, and they save the game.
Yes, it's a 2 for 4 here for Team View. This is what they wanted. I believe they will try to get for the top tier 1 chance to get as much gold back as possible. That fight went so well for Team View, even though Watermelon got caught twice.
So maybe the key to victory here is let Watermelon get caught one more time, huh?
Yeah, maybe, because I think right there we see a bit of greed down there, because Team New Life could have backed up and get items right there, but they decided to stay because they thought they were stronger right there. But I mean they were stronger, but they were low on MP, they were low on spells. Team View were able to get some items back, so the item advantage was definitely slowly heading over back to Team View. So they should have backed off, recall, get a vision up on Baron instead of trying to stay there and try to down the top side, because they can anytime just come back to the top run to get it down, but they decide to stay too long. So it's just overextension there, and here, really
once again, he is all alone. There's no chance for her, and she will go down to Tiffany here. Baron is on the map, and all 5 members are nearby. This is going to be Baron likely for View, but not View, sorry,
New Life.
rather, and View, they are trying to close in here. Curtain Call's going to be fire here. You go there, try blocking every single shot. Gets the hook on the Watermelon, but there's no follow-up. And Watermelon is going to, and there's going to be the Baron going cleanly over to New Life. No steal coming out for Rambutan, and this is like this is going to help. Charge comes in, and it's going to get a good ultimate comes out, and the R is really, really low. Watermelon is going to be the target for Dokudo. He's in a 1v3. Gets the kill. Coconut is going to go down here. Rambutan is still alive. Knocked back onto the Dragon. Dokudo is trying to get a bad trap on the rope onto Coconut, but no kills is going to happen. Only Soup goes down.
Yes. The Dragon automatically has taken down Soup so much. The Dragon is so strong right now. And Ari was able to actually charm with a Syndra, which was the reason why Soup managed to fall down, but Rambutan managed to survive just by flashing over and hiding behind what I believe was Coconut. So well played here by Team United, and you can see here Tori again coming trying to get a catch onto Team View, but was unable to. And really the Dragons coming out again. You just have to take it slowly. New Life looks set to win this game.
And now New Life with the Baron buff, they're going to look to push up the lane on the side. We see Dokudo already the bottom lane trying to get that lane pushing again. Tiffany now getting the red buff to get even more damage, and yet another Inferno Drake will go cleanly over to New Life here. That's going to be 16% extra damage that they were doing the champions here. Even so, they might have lost the last fight. With this extra 60% damage, it's going to be so difficult for them to lose the next fight.
You have to look at the team comp right now, because you look at Kaylin late game scale so strongly because the damage output is just crazy. I mean, there's always a chance where the Syndra will go into the late game and do a one-shot onto Kaylin, but Kaylin will just continue to do consistent damage over and over again. So, look at Coconut here.
And Coconut is going to come in here. You get quick, the Luxus is on the mid, and now Joker is over the target here. Coconut's on the back to try to find something, and the fight's getting very, very messy as Luxus almost goes down. Coconut goes to try to get the kill here, but it's taken very low. Yugure goes down to Soup, and it's only one kill in favor of you so far. And now Jiku goes down as well, but Rambutan is going to be taken down in return. 1 for 2 in favor of you, but what can they get with it?
That was a good fight there by Team View, because they needed to stop the Baron push, because the top lane was pushing in. If the top lane managed to crash, the top lane guy would have fallen down. Bottom lane was also pushing as well. So if they didn't stop the fight, bottom lane turret will get a lot of chip damage. Top lane turret would have fallen down. View just played the team fight perfectly, but it's really because G2 actually, not really G2, but Team New Life kind of really tried to catch the Coconut. Tried to catch Coconut, who was out of position, but wasted so much ultimate and he didn't manage to get it.
And as the game progresses, it's only the 25 minutes, and yes, New Life does still have a very large lead of almost around 7k. As time progresses, this lead might start to mean less and less.
But right now, yes.
If View is able to win more team fights, there's so much standing gold left on the map. Only claimed 1/3. If they win another team fight, they might be able to claim maybe 1 or 2 more. And just with a few more turns, Crook goes in. Oh! You're gonna whiff the flash hook, and just gonna be flashed down on the side of this strength here. Dokudo is gonna be teleporting in. Teleport's gonna be catching on the kill. And the turret, they want the turret. The turret will go down, but at what cost? Coconut teleporting in here. Charm will not land on the Coconut. The next on the Coconut. Lastus goes in, but Lastus is the 1v4. She will not go down. Gicho is still on the pit, and as the Ari goes in, Dokudo is trying to wants in. He wants the Coconut, and Coconut, he will go down to Tiffany. Tiffany is not got the kill, and it's gonna be onto the inhibitor. Good flash coming over. They want to get Lastus here, but Lastus is staying safe. But playing inhibitor will go down in favor of New Life. Will they stay for more? They look like they want to. They're on to the Nexus start. One has already gone down. But look, double start coming from Soup. And Watermelon gets the snipe onto Dokudo. Dokudo goes down. There's only 4v4 right now. And now this is going to be cooked in. Watermelon gets cooked in by itself. No use. This can go down. And once again, New Life overstays in the base.
Yes, New Life should have just backed off after get down in the inhibitor, but decided to try a lot, see what they can end, because the Nexus Star was very low. And look at the Nexus Star right here. It is just one hit away from falling right here.
Someone blow on it, and I think it will fall at this point. But right now, New Life, they're gonna reset and likely go for what is the final push here. 27 minutes in, they have a goal lead, and View, they just have to try their best to hold on.
Yes, New Life just has to play slowly, because they just have to go to the bottom right now, put so much pressure on it because the top lane and the mid lane will auto push right here because both inhibitors have fallen down. What they need to do is just wait for the Mega Minions to actually enter the base, and Poppy alone can't handle it because the amount of damage Poppy does to creeps, even though it's by percentage HP, is too little to clear fast enough, and it'll cause the thing to stack. It'll cause the Mega Minions to stack, and that's something what View doesn't want, because if they stack, they can, Team UF will just force their way through and end the game.
And now New Life, they're in the bottom lane. They have eyes set on that final inhibitor turret that is still alive. They want to get it. Wow, the in the bottom lane here, it looks like there's a fight coming in relatively soon. The Hook's gonna miss. Lazarus takes a very last chunk of damage from the headshot, and they have to back up to defend their base from super minions. This is going to be like this is going to be New Life rather likely going to be taking down this the Lazarus in the front line here.
Now look at Doctor at the top side, putting so much pressure. Look at the Mega Minion stacking right here. This is what we want to see. We're not forcing the fight when they don't need to force. Team New Life just has to play it slowly.
And New Life are playing very slowly. Dokuro escorting the minions into the base as the rest of the team. The Texas turrets have been arced down, and the Nexus is exposed. Will go for the GG Butcher. Charge is going in, and Clan is going for it. One more time, it's gotten caught, and then everything's going so messy. But look at Ari, he's gonna kill. Dokuro has taken the Kokura. There's no tank left for View. Edgar goes down, Soup goes down as well. The Nexus turret is under fire by the super minions now. And gets the hook onto the chin. And it's only Lustrous and Amutan left. Nexus goes down, and New Life ties up the series 1-1.
Yes, New Life win this race. And we didn't expect this coming in because we thought New Life would take it slow again because I thought they had a game plan, but this game plan was what we didn't expect, and they just really burst into this game with so much firepower from the start to the end. They were so explosive. This Blitzcrank pick was something we didn't expect to work so well for Tori, but all in all, really well played here by New Life because they really, from the start to the finish, played to what the Team Tom wants them to do, which is to force the fights. And they force fights correctly, knowing when the enemy is with the correct amount of help power they need, which is knowing when the Gragas is around, knowing when the Cat and Ari will come die. So really, they played very well. So New Life, congrats to them.
And really a breath of new life.
Yeah, they found a new life
too. Because after game 1 we were pretty worried for them, seeing how fast they fell. But coming into game 2, they really shown that they have what it takes to challenge some of the best players here, and they want to push themselves into a game 3 now. We will be going to game 3 pretty shortly. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be back for game 3.
Yes, stick around because game 3 will definitely decide who goes to the final. So please stay tuned.